The life of the dead is placed in the memory of the living. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. In times of war, the law falls silent. The greater the difficulty, the greater the glory. The authority of those who teach is often an obstacle to those who want to learn. Silence is one of the great arts of conversation. To be ignorant of what occurred before you were born is to remain always a child. While there's life, there's hope. A room without books is like a body without a soul. The more laws, the less justice. The welfare of the people is the ultimate law. Friendship improves happiness and abates misery by the doubling of our joy and the dividing of our grief. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. The enemy is within the gates. It is with our own luxury, our own folly, our own criminality that we have to contend. The function of wisdom is to discriminate between good and evil. The first duty of a man is the seeking after and the investigation of truth. To be able to enjoy one's past life is to live twice. The best way to preserve your reputation is to do what is right. A happy life consists in tranquility of mind. The safety of the people shall be the highest law. To be content with what we possess is the greatest and most secure of riches. There is no grief which time does not lessen and soften. The more you know, the more you realize how much you don't know. The higher we are placed, the more humbly we should walk. The function of a good man is the sincere and serious performance of his duty. Freedom is a possession of inestimable value. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. There is nothing so absurd that it has not been said by some philosopher. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. Advice is judged by results, not by intentions. A man of courage is also full of faith. If you have a garden and a library, you have everything you need. To be able to practice 5 things everywhere under heaven constitutes perfect virtue: gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. true law is right reason in agreement with nature. It is of universal application, unchanging and everlasting. It is the nature of every person to err, but only the fool perseveres in error. Patience is the best remedy for every trouble. Virtue is the source of honor and all that is noble in life. The noblest spirit is most strongly attracted by the love of glory. He who has a garden and a library wants for nothing. The more one knows, the less one needs to say. To live is to think. The wise are instructed by reason, average minds by experience, the stupid by necessity, and the brute by instinct. The greatest wealth is health. The mind, in proportion as it is cut off from free communication with nature, with revelation with God, with itself, loses its life. The best armor is to keep out of range. The higher the character, the more undeviating the hatred of wrong. The fame that goes with wealth and beauty is fleeting and fragile. Intellectual superiority is a possession glorious and eternal. Honor is the reward of virtue. There is no such thing as good or bad fortune, only wise or unwise decisions. An unjust peace is better than a just war. The greatest sin is ignorance of the divine. The common weal is the good of all, and not of a few. A true friend is more to be esteemed than kinsfolk. Nature has placed mankind under the government of two sovereign masters, pain and pleasure. The foundation of justice is good faith. The pursuit of truth is the highest virtue. Justice is the crowning glory of the virtues. Freedom means the power to live as one wishes. The soul is a temple of knowledge. It is a difficult matter to argue with the belly, as it has no ears. The greatest of all virtues is magnanimity. The spirit is the true self. The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance. It is the illusion of knowledge. Liberty is the right to do what you wish, and the right to resist what you do not wish. There is no passion so contagious as that of fear. In a disordered mind, as in a disordered body, soundness of health is impossible. The best and the most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and leave a comment. Click the subscribe button to get more videos like this one.